Hello, my friends, and welcome back. The European Union and United States of America, they claim that Russia will be economically isolated. And they think that if the 30 countries that they control will be able do not buy Russian fossil fuel, that means Russia is isolated. They think that if 30 countries out of 193 or 194 countries, are rude to Russia, or they don't talk to Russia, or whatever they do to Russia, Russia is going to be hurt, and it's the end of the world. The international community is going to punish Russia. There are 30 countries or so. I'm talking about the most of the European countries, Australia, New Zealand, Japan. Yes, Japan. And then you have United States, Canada, and that's about it. There might be one or two around, but the rest are either keeping quiet or doing business with Japan, with Russia. This article is about the new markets and the new level of economic partnership between China, big economy, and Russia. So this article comes from The Insider by Uroba Jamal from May 19, 2022. This is the title. Beijing and Moscow are in talks on an oil deal as China seeks to fill its reserves with cheap Russian crude, a report said. Yeah, why not? It's available. You guys don't want it? I take it. So talks are taking place at a governmental level with limited oil company involvement, Bloomberg reported. No volume of crude oil has been agreed upon, and a deal it isn't guaranteed, sources told the outlet. The talks come as the EU plans to ban all imports of Russian crude oil. China is in talks with Moscow to buy cheap Russian oil for its strategic petroleum reserves. America right now, the United States, is tapping its strategic oil reserves, 1 million barrels a day. The capacity is 714 millions a day. So for 6 months, these guys want to tap. All right, and we'll see how things going to work out. All right, so discussions between the two have been taking place at governmental level with limited involvement from the oil firms, so it's above their heads. While sanctions imposed against Russia following the Kremlin decision to invade Ukraine taper Western demand for Russian crude, suppliers have continued to flow to China and India, who have been able to buy the product at comparatively cheap prices. Yeah, India and China, big economies, they're sucking it cheap. That's good, and Russia gets revenue, so it can fuel its war machine. Therefore, bypassing the Europeans who shoot themselves in the foot. Boom, just like that. China is the world's largest crude importer and the biggest buyer of Russian oil, having imported nearly 1.6 million barrels a day of Russian crude in 2021. Oh my. There is still room to replenish stocks, and it would be a good opportunity for them to do so if they can be sourced on commercially attractive items. A senior oil analyst at data and analytics firm Kepler told Newswire. The Chinese Foreign Ministry did not immediately respond to the insider's request for comment. I can comment immediately. I can tell you everything you want. Everything you want. You don't want the oil? We get it. At a cheaper price, and we're gonna improve and grow our economy while your economies are shrinking. Your United States and European economies are imploding. There you go. But you know what? You are better than us as people. Yes, you are. You are better than us. Okay, so I answered that. And you're gonna have your standard of living is gonna be decreasing, but you're better people. But we're gonna have a better standard of living, but we're gonna be not as good as you guys, not as moral. And okay, that's good. That's fine. And when we get strong enough, we're gonna challenge you, the good people. And when we're gonna challenge you, we will be able probably to take over you. And then after we, the bad people, are gonna take over you, the good people. Then what? We're going to turn you into bad people, or you're going to turn us into good people. Well, studies say that in a classroom, for instance, if you have, let's say, 30 students, 30, and you bring you have 30 students, and in those 30 students, you bring 3 bad students, it's not going to be the 3 students that are going to turn into the 30 good students. It's going to be some of the 30 good students turning into the bad students. That's how it is. It's like a rotten apple. When you put a rotten apple among the good apples, it's not going to turn good. The apples around is going to turn bad. That's how it is. And that's with social studies. It's not me just vomiting a study here for you. So it's well known. So what are we going to do? Because the Chinese are not only very good economically, they're a lot. They're a lot. And India, the same. That's a populous population. It's a populous country. So you play with that, you're gonna need energy. It's okay. I heard that we're gonna have energy from the wind and from the sun. You know, I wonder what we're gonna do, in winter when, and not only winter. What happens when we don't have wind? I heard that there's no, they don't have the capacity to store energy. Anyway, this thing we're gonna. Unfortunately, we will see how the thing is gonna play out with these alternative energy sources. I don't think you can just get rid at this point, get rid of fossil fuel for some time, and you can't stay only on wind and solar energy. You need atomic, energy, which is a good one if you handle it right, obviously, and that could help a lot more than the wind and cow farts and sun. But nevertheless, they try to put some people in control of certain things, so it's a reshuffling of who's having what. It's the same thing as the electric cars, if you want me to elaborate on that. Why do you think that big automakers, corporations, didn't want to turn into electric cars? Because they wanted to have monopoly first. And once they have the monopoly, then they say, yeah, they're good. But they're like forced to go into the electric cars. They didn't have anything ready. They have everything they had ready was the combustion engine. So why should they change? They got everything ready. The source, the factories, the market, everything was ready and functional for so many tens of years, and they were the best, right? So why do they want to change or allow others to start from zero and then start competition? No, you don't want. No, we're going to start first, and then it's bad, 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 bad. And when we start, when we get to a point, then we say, okay, now you guys can do that. It's good, but we are way ahead of you. So we're not going to get rid of fossil fuel energy for some time, I guarantee you. But nevertheless, um, if these guys are going to try us as guinea pigs for that, I don't know, man. You can move somewhere else. I don't know, North Korea or something. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.